I literally didn't do anything. Oh my god. Oh my.
Alright, in today's video, hi my boys. Today is day 8, and yeah, I mean, we are here almost 10 days in. I hope you guys have learned a lot. I appreciate the support. I love the support when it comes to the videos. So I keep dropping them every single day. I wake up and I'm like, dang, we got more and more comments. We got more and more likes. People need help with this. People need help with that. So I just keep doing it. And with that being said, we are on day 8. Today, we are going to talk about where's my chain. But today, we are going to talk about the trade setup that I took today. So I took a trade on gold today, and it was pretty successful. It was a really, really good trade. So I'm going to break it down to you. Everything that I've taught so far is good enough for you to be able to catch trades like this. So after day 10, we're barely going to be on the charts. We're going to be on the charts and there's going to be breakdowns later on, trust me. But after day 10, I have to truly shift your mind from thinking that you need more, because what I've shown you already is good enough. It's what I do. So everything that I've said so far is exactly what I've applied to all of my trades. And I'm going to show you, right? So now you just have to get into the mindset of stop thinking like, oh, this is too simple, or it can't be that easy, or not trusting your analysis, or trading on the lower time frames overall when I'm telling you to stay on the higher time frames because those levels are way stronger, but you're not listening to me. So if you don't listen to me, you're not going to see any progress. And if you are listening to me, but you're not, critiquing and, making sure you're doing the right thing. So you're listening to me, but you're still not doing what I'm implying. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I want you to take this video. I want you to have an open mind, and I want you to truly understand what I'm saying. So, literally, before I start, I want you to clear everything in your brain right now. Clear everything out of your brain. Like, literally everything. And just listen to what the words that I'm saying. Go onto your chart and do the same thing that I'm doing, and we will start. So, with that being said, let's get into the video, right? So, today I was able to take a trade on gold for some sells. The reason why I took sells, so first I was looking for buys above this level, so above this level right here. And the reason why I was looking for buys is because the first time price ever broke above this this yellow box. So if we go to the 4 4-hour time frame, we can see that price has a swing high, two swing highs here, meaning sellers are sitting at this level and they're pushing price down. So sellers down, right? So sellers are at this yellow box pushing price down. If that doesn't make sense to you, I don't know what will, right? Sellers are sitting at this level pushing price down. They don't want price to come any higher than this. So if price is to come above this level, this lets me know that there are no sellers at this level anymore, right? And there's an indication. So this is our next level of sellers. This is the next level where sellers are at, right? So when price corrects, we are going to look for price to come above this level to do the same exact thing that happened right here. That's all we're doing. So when it comes to trades, all you're doing is looking for where the sellers and buyers are at, which normally comes from the swing highs and swing lows. You look for either a swing high or a swing low to get broken. Once it gets broken, whichever way it chooses will let you know if there are buyers and sellers in control of that level. So with this being said, price under this level sold. Why? Because there are sellers at this area of price. This area of price, under it, price has more potential to sell than it does to buy. So it doesn't make sense to buy under this level unless you're being risky, like I'm finna explain, right? Unless you want to be super risky and try to catch the bottom. There's no reason why you should buy under this level until price shows you otherwise that it's coming above this level. So once it comes above this level, you have any rights to place a buy. It makes sense, right? No matter where you place that buy at, you really want to place it where the initial break is, but no matter where at you place that buy, you could place it here, 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 here. Well, I wouldn't buy at the top, but get what I'm saying. Anything above these swing highs has the potential to push above and come to these levels.
Unlock the world's largest, most liquid financial market with.
So, with that being said, this level of support, we can see that buyers are pushing price above this level. So since buyers are pushing price above this level, we started to see, this is actually what I did last night. Last night, I took a little risk on the 15 5-minute time frame. I seen price make this level of support here, so I kind of bought off of this, knowing I wasn't supposed to. I just wanted to, risk some money, put some money into the market because I was bored last night. I needed something to do. But the right place to do it is above this level. So my loss doesn't even count. My loss doesn't even count because I was being dumb. I knew I was doing the wrong thing, but I just wanted to make some money if, maybe price would have came up during out of session. But besides the point. So this level right here, remember, it came from the 4-hour time frame. So that level came from the 4-hour time frame. With that being said, let me make sure we still rolling here. We still rolling. This level here, we can see that buyers are sitting at this level, pushing price in the different direction, pushing price up. So the moment, and today we might just call this reaction, right? Right? The moment that price breaks under this level, there's two ways that you can trade ICC, right? That you can use the indication, or you can purely just go off the fact that price has built structure that you can go off of, right? And what I mean by that is, for one, price sold off from where the level of sellers were at. So the level of sellers kicked in from down here. We're already under a level where price originally sold from way back in the past. So if we look over here, we can see that price has originally sold from these levels down to these levels. We just need some more confluence. So what we're going to do is, once again, scale to that 5-minute 15 to critique. Your 4 hour, your 1 hour is to overall guide you into what levels you need to be using. You need to be using the higher time frame levels because these levels they break, and then that means price is looking to go in that direction with a strong push. The 5 minute time frame is just the how do I explain it? Um it's the preciseness. It brings preciseness to your trade. It brings that's not even the word that I'm trying to look for, but it just overall is the finishing cut to your trade that you need to have or that you need to take. So scaling down to this 15-minute time frame, all I did was I seen price was breaking below this level. It made a lower high. So these highs are lower than the previous ones. Even these are equal high. And it's breaking its own 15-minute level of support. So there's a support being broken. That's a bearish sign. There's a lower high in the markets on the 15-minute time frame. That is a sign. The 4 hour level that was holding price up. So once we go back, that 4 hour level that was holding price up, that is a sign. Price building that lower high from earlier and then selling off, that is a sign. These are signs that you are missing, that you're not, taking account of. You're like, oh, but it is to overall guide you into what levels you need to be using. You need to be using the higher time frame levels because these levels they break, and then that means price is looking to go in that direction with a strong push. The 5 minute time frame is just the how do I explain it? It's the preciseness. It brings preciseness to your trade. It brings that's not even the word that I'm trying to look for, but it just overall is the finishing cut to your trade that you need to have or that you need to take. So scaling down to this 15-minute time frame, all I did was I seen price was breaking below this level. It made a lower high. So these highs are lower than the previous ones. Even these are equal high. And it's breaking its own 15-minute level of support. So there's a support being broken. That's a bearish sign. There's a lower high in the markets on the 15-minute time frame. That is a sign. The 4 hour level that was holding price up. So once we go back, that 4 hour level that was holding price up, that is a sign. Price building that lower high from earlier and then selling off, that is a sign. These are signs that you are missing, that you're not, taking account of. You're like, oh, but there's a new high. I'm only going to focus on that. Don't focus on one thing. Follow price in everything it does. Every single thing it does, it is for a reason. So you need to follow along with what price is doing because it's showing you, hey, I'm going to do this. And if it wants to do that, you follow it, right? Maybe I did want buys on gold. Maybe I did want sells on gold. Who knows? I was just following price. Price broke a level of support. Price made a lower high, broke a 5-minute, 15-minute level of support. So I was comfortable with taking this trade. So if you guys follow me on Instagram and any other of my socials, you definitely see me post this today. But the reason why I took this trade, and we can go back to that 15-minute time frame. We can go back to that 15-minute time frame. And the reason why I took this trade was because of those reasons that I explained. 15-minute, 5-minute break of structures, the 4-hour level of support being broken, 1 hour aligning with everything. The 4 hour is bearish, the 1 hour is bearish, the 15-minute is bearish, the 5-minute is bearish. There is no other reason why I shouldn't get into that trade. So what I did was, once again, took that time frame, 5-minute time frame, or 15-minute time frame, 5-minute, either one. If you feel like the 5-minute looks better to you, you can use the 5-minute. If the 15 looks better to you, use the 15. There's no right or wrong. Just do not use the 15 and 5-minute to build the structure. Do not wake up in the morning and mark your charts up on the 15-minute time frame and the 5-minute time frame. No, your swing levels need to come from the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame. The higher the levels you go, the higher the stronger the level is going to be. So if you're marking your charts up on the 4 hour time frame, it is going to be a strong push. It is going to be some strong momentum if price breaks your highs or lows on the 4 hour time frame. So with that being said, there's no reason why you should not be able to take trades like this. There's no reason. You're failing yourself and you're overthinking it. Go back and watch the videos. If I don't say it, then I don't use it. So stop questioning me on things that don't even make any sense. You're just making up things in your head to, correspond. And two, stop trading things that don't have any volume. You guys trade something like AUD NZD or something, and then it's not moving, and then you're like, bro, ICC don't work. Of course it doesn't. It's not moving. Trade something with some volatility. Suck it up, build some capital to the side, learn, study ICC. As you do that, as you learn, once you feel comfortable enough to actually come into the markets, trade on demo if you have to, but onto the side, stack some money to the side. Once you feel comfortable, come into the markets. So that way you can probably have, I don't know, $500, $1,000, $3,000 before you start trading, because you're trying to trade NASDAQ and gold and you only have 50 bucks. Stop trying to get into the market with a little bit of money and trying to come out with like thousands of dollars. Like, you have to have a skill. And I tell people all the time, people that do all these small account builds and all this and that, bro, you're taking a risk by just doing that itself. You don't want to do that to yourself because, one, let me tell you why you don't want to do that to yourself. If it's your last $50, then overall, if you lose your last $50 in the market, which you're already going to lose, you're a beginner trader. Your chances of winning and coming out of the markets successfully with, let's say if you start with $50 or $100, your chances of getting to $1,000 are very slim. I'm not saying it's impossible. I've done it before. Tons of people have done it before, but your chances, I've done it before. Let me phrase it like that. I've done it before, but it has taken a while for that one successful account to actually go to 1,000. And most people will not tell you that. Most people will not tell you how many tries it takes to get to a certain level, right? So with that being said, there's a gnat right here. You have to understand that you have to stop being scared, and two, you need to start trading things that actually has some movement, some volume. Fuck what I know. I used to say this too, but then somebody told me some real things. Like, if you really think about it, the people that really make a lot of money in trading, and I'm not talking about the gurus, I'm talking about people that actually trade. They don't trade no fucking AUD, NZD, no fucking CHF, JPY. They're not trading that, bro. They're trading gold. They're trading oil. I'm pretty sure oil is something. I'm naming commodities right now. They're trading NASDAQ. They're trading US 30. Some are trading SPY. These things move. They have movement. They're moving. They're super volatile. You can make money every other week, every day, if most. But I wouldn't recommend trading every day. Give yourself some break. You need to have this brain cleared out when you're trading, right? So basically, I'm going to finish explaining the trade. I'm sorry I got off track, but you guys got to really understand, how do you catch all these moves? How many setups you take a week? How many I got bro, first of all, I only take maybe like 6 or 7 trades, maybe a month. 6 or 7 trades a month. You want to know why? Because trades like this, they go on for 2-3 days. You can carry them on throughout. I've already closed this trade, but like, this is probably a trade that I could have held for a couple more days, but price got to support. I felt comfortable, so I was targeting this level. level here. Once again, I was targeting this level because that is where, if we scale out, come on, that is where our swing low is. That is where buyers came into the market at this level. So price sold all the way down to this level. Buyers got into the markets. They started pushing price up. Price started showing signs of being bullish. Of course, there's going to be some liquidation here before price goes back up on another run. But that is why I got into this trade. So it could probably do the same thing. Buyers start kicking into the market, start trying to push price up, gold starts to rally, whatever the case might be. You just follow the reactions. You do not tell the market what you want it to do. You follow whatever it tells you to do. So the markets is showing you, hey, buyers are here, sellers are here. Follow along with what they're saying and just go with it, bro. Stop trying to be this fucking genie, bro. Stop trying to be a genie. You're losing money because you're trying to be a genie. That's why you're losing money. You're losing money because you want to be the fucking all see all know all, bro. You don't have a fucking crystal ball. And I'm sorry for cussing so much in this video, but bro, like, you don't have a crystal ball. Just follow what price is doing. Stop holding yourself on one setup. Stop holding yourself on one trade. Get off of the smaller time frames, bro. I don't know what stresses me out more. Y'all sending me 5-minute charts or y'all sending me freaking NZD fucking ERG or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what makes it worse. You trading on the lower time frames or you trading something that just has no type of volume to it. And when I say, and I know some people are going to be like, but GJ has volume, but GU has volume. Bro, I kid you not, bro. Save your money up. Study. Play on demo. Study. Play on demo. See how everything goes on demo. Once you feel comfortable and you've saved some bread to the side, 500, 1,000. You know how much, I always bring up this story. I was trading one day, saved up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, $900. And I didn't have skills at this time. I barely had any skills. I was making 10 bucks, 20 bucks, losing. But this one day I was like, if I have more capital, I'm gonna make more money. No skills though. I had capital, or I was building capital, but with no skills, right? This crazy story, or you already know the story, right? Fucking finish what I'm finna say in the comments if you know the story already. Traded 900 bucks, put it into an account. Took me 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks to save up that money. In 5 minutes, I lost all that money that I saved up on my 9-to-5 job that I worked for 3 weeks to build up that $900 just to lose it all because I was thinking I was a genie. I was thinking like I just knew it all. I came into the market with no skills and it humbled me. So when I tell you I got a second job, I built up my capital again. And once I felt comfortable after studying long nights of how to read price, once I stayed up all these nights, I then put $3,000 into an account. And then I started to build slowly my account. Slowly. And then as I started to stack a little bit of bread on top of it, once I went from 3,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 20,000, then I started taking, risking a trade here, like taking a risky setup here or taking this setup. You could take whatever because now you have room. You want to all you want to do as a beginner right now is get out of the tight space. You're in the tight space right now. Anything under $5,000, to be honest, anything under $10,000, you're in the tight space. 5,000 is good. 10,000's you're there, right? And then you can scale from there, right? But if you're anything under $500, $1,000, you're really in that tight space. You just need to move yourself from $1,000 to 5,000, and then move yourself from 5,000 to 10,000 without risking so much. You need to build a system where you're coming in with consistent gains, not, oh, I have 500 and then the next day I have 3,000. Don't get me wrong, that's a good trade, that's a good setup, but you want to build something consistent where it happens all the time, right? or it happens every other setup that you're taking. $500 a day, or $1,000 every other day. Like once you build up, that's what you want. That's what your consistency is going to look like. Most of my trades, I know I'm gonna get to like maybe 100K, maybe 50K. It's somewhere roughly around those ranges. Sometimes I have a bigger day. You never know. I might put on a bit more risk. Sometimes I have bigger days, but most of my trades, they're around 100K, 50K to 100K, right? And I know that's my range, right? So with that being said, stop trying to be a genie. Build some capital to the side. Once you build the capital to the side, you need to overall think about, okay, I'm going to take this capital and I'm going to slowly build it, because what people do not tell you, and what people like, fuck that 1%, 2% shit, 3% shit. You need to overall think in your head,
I put $4,000.
how can I replace my job? How much do I make in my job? How much do I make a day in my job? I make $50 a day in my job. I make $100 a day in my job. I work 5 days a week. Okay, bet.
4 hours.
Okay, bet. Okay. That means that I need to be making around maybe $60, $70 a day off my trades. Or you can have 2-3 days where you have, $100 days, $200 days, build on that. But you already, and when I'm saying this, I'm not
But
saying it from a
the
fucking
it's that red
500,
zone,
I'm not saying
losing
it from
money.
a $50 account, $100 account, $200 account. I'm not saying it like that. You
I
need
already
to
lost, like,
work that job that you're working. If you
$1,000.
don't have one, to the youth out there, for my peoples, for my brothers, I know you don't want to work a 9 to 5. I know you don't. I don't. Well, my life is kind of a 9 to 5, but anyways, I don't want to work it. You don't want to work it. Nobody wants to work it. Somebody has to
I'm
work
already
it.
losing money.
But hey, man, suck it up. Go to work. Once you go to work, stack your bread,
Damn.
bruh. I know sometimes people have kids,
is
people
bad.
have bills. I understand that. Student loans, not financial advice. I would do it another
Already.
time once you start to get the money. But then don't
Yeah,
try to get yourself
advance
out of
is
your
the
student
bomb.
loans while you're trading.
I said it's gonna
Trade to
sell.
build capital, trade to get out of your job and then become full time, and then work on that later. But once again, this is not financial advice. I personally don't have student loans, never had student loans, never had a car
No,
loan.
because
And
there's,
once
if you
again,
know
this
what
is
you're
not a
doing,
flex. I just never
then
kind of put
everyone-
myself in those positions. But
Goddamn.
like I said, not again, not a flex. People are gonna hate me.
Gambling,
People are gonna
you
love
win
me.
or lose, you
I'm
don't
not trying to
know.
flex, but I'm saying
This-
you have to be
know what you're
careful
doing.
with the decisions you make in life. You have to be careful with the decisions you make in trading.
It's just-
I know shit gets hard. It got hard for me. I was homeless at 16. It gets hard. Shit gets hard. I
If you don't know
understand.
what you're doing, yeah. Like,
But
for
everything
example, I
you
don't know what
do
I
in
was
life,
doing, so
everything you
I'm
even
gonna
do
lose
on your
because
trading account
I didn't
will
follow the
show up
rules.
in the future to bite you if it is a
We're
wrong
supposed to
thing.
wait till the
So,
time around.
with that being
See where it
said,
goes?
I hope you guys understand
Why?
why I took this trade, and the reason why I took the TP down to this level is because this
that
is where
market
the next level
from
of
my
buyers
support.
are at,
It's breaking.
right? And the reason why I didn't go for
Or
this
buy.
one or this one, because I know people are gonna ask, is because from this level, the last low that price made from selling
then
from
I
this level
worked out.
was this one. And then this was the lowest low. So that means price is looking to take out the last area of buyers. It's gonna take out these levels, but it is looking for the final boss. The final boss is here. So with that being said, like I said, after episode 10, I'm not going to be going over charts like that. You really have to shift your mind. I've told you how to trade. I've already,
back
like, if
out.
you're watching this far,
lost
you
1,000.
already know how to trade. You're just overthinking it. You're just overthinking it, bro. Like, you're just way overthinking it.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry.
He said he lost.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to a
What he trade one? Oh, his rule. So, that's just- but he didn't lose all his money. He lost like big chunk, and he told his whatever he calls them. I think it's gonna. Already negative for $120. I think I'm right. Still signs of coming up, but it hasn't broken. But it's starting to. I'm glad. Did this make sense? Or when you first started, you're like, that's how I felt, bro. Oh, I gained 20. I don't know how to back out. La, 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 la. Right. But what? Huh? What? 20 or 1,000? Technically, they look like they're trying to hold sellers or actually trying. Here goes some real sugar-free toughen. What? I've been playing Clash all day. I'm gonna pass this one. La, la, la. Ooh, but you know we have heck eyes. I always think about it after. Already. Uh, what? Wait, what? I do not look like. Yeah. Yeah. I do not look like freckles. That aura. Yeah, it is. Ooh, Yeah, you living in a bunker. That's how I know it look like me. To I go. Uber. You watching my chart. Uh-oh. I'm doing pretty good. I did a lot of shit. Used to this here lifestyle. Oh, great, bottom top of lifestyle. It's about the feet. Bring me some tomorrow. For the fucking for the um I heard I just buy you something. This gonna bring me some. I'm no, it won't be melted. No, no, get up on no like closer. I let John but oh yeah. It wouldn't I fell in love. Furniture. It wasn't back to normal. Really how my hair be looking even in oh I gotta get it out. Oh, are you I make outfits but How do you do that? Oh, why is the background like that? Aggie. They don't have. Wait, the braces are the thing. La 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 la. See? Right? Fuck you mean? All right. Wasn't like. I could. What? That's what. You didn't tell me. All right, y'all stream.